I am happy to have you on our live section this evening. I want to treat this topic: how poor ventilation shortens the lifespan. Have you ever wondered, is it possible for poor ventilation to hamper your lifespan? Many people have died as a result of this. Many people have gone to early grave because they did not pay attention to the ventilation, the quality air they have around them. So, what is ventilation? If we're even talking about ventilation, what does it sound to me? What does it look like? Or is it something we can touch? Is it something we can see? Is it something we can even chew with our mouth? By the definition of what ventilation is, I believe you understand what ventilation means today. So, ventilation is key for any building and is simply the introduction of air, like the intentional introduction of air to an indoor space. You are trying to take the outdoor air you have around your building, around your space, around your environment, and you are trying to introduce it into your space. Like, that is the purpose of your window. You want the outdoor air to come into your building so that you can enjoy life, you can enjoy fresh air. So, what is poor ventilation? Poor ventilation is cutting away of the quality air that you need to have around you inside your building. You are cutting it out. So it is cutting away quality amount of air from your space. So what are the signs you need to see? What are the things you begin to observe so that you know that quality air is not flowing in your building? So that you know you don't have good, you are far from freshness, you are far from wellness. Because one of the things poor ventilation does is that it begins to destroy the health of facility users. It is not something that will just cut your life away in one day. It is a gradual process, day in, day out. It is something that happens on a daily. It is not something that just happen immediately. That's why you see some people suffocating. That's why you see some people slept and they don't wake up. I pray it won't happen to any of us in Jesus' name. So it is my concern that some of these things are hampering people's lives. Some of these things are destroying the health of people. People are not living fine. People are not living healthy because of all these menances. So how do we eradicate it? How did we stop it? That is my concern. But before we go tonight, my name is Zephaniah Oladeji. I'm the privileged founder of Architecture Influencer. I'm the inventor of Archimedes. And one of the reasons why we have all these innovations is to ensure that we introduce architecture of wellness. Note it, architecture that introduces wellness to the life of its users. So we want our own architecture to be therapeutic in function, so that it will be able to work the work of illness. It will work the work of restoration of health to relevant users, to people that need it. A lot of people are dying or are deformed because of uh, they have been obstructed, they have been cut away from certain informations that should be relevant and useful to them. So let us take it from here this evening. What are the signs you would notice to know that you are void of good and quality ventilation in your space? One of the things you begin to observe is that you'll be experiencing strong odor, offensive odor, bad odor. Those are the things you'll be having. And at the long run, you'll see that after many days, many weeks has been spent in such condition, your body conforms or get adapted to that system. You begin to see that smell as something pleasant. You may not even smell it again. It is people around you that will begin to observe it whenever they come to visit you, or whenever you have people coming to your space. So they are the one that will be telling you that something is smelling. You will not even know something is smelling. So because you have been used to it, and once bad smell will not allow visitors to come to your house often. They'll, even if they are coming, they want to spend long time with you. So those are the disadvantages of having poor ventilation. It will send your visitors away from you earlier than expected. If they plan to spend 2 hours, bad odor will not allow them to use that 2 hours. They will just eventually tell you, I was just passing by, even when they intended to spend quality time with you. So those are the things you need to look out for in your building, so that you won't just be driving meaningful visitors out of your life. So another thing is, you observe that your windows are sweating. Your windows are sweating. That reminds me of a little boy somewhere when he was having challenges with his education, and the teacher told him, what can you see, cha? He said the letters are dancing. Just as a person having issues of poor ventilation, his windows as well is going to be sweating. And when your windows are sweating, when you're having process of condensation happening in your home, it is a sign that your space is not properly ventilated. When you check your tables, when you check some of the surfaces you have around, you see that their presence of moisture, something like sweat, something like little water it can be seen on those surfaces. So you have to try as much as possible to ensure that you cut out every encumbrance that can limit the amount of quality air you have in your space. So when you begin to observe that there are heat build up, you are always feeling sweating, you are always feeling heated in your space, it is a sign that you don't have quality air in that space. Another thing you need to look out for is the appearance of mold on surfaces. Mold are formed from bacteria, they are formed from microorganisms, they are formed from fungi, they are formed from all these microorganisms. So, and when you have them forming in your space, one, it's not good for the site. Another thing is that you'll be breathing in microorganisms, which will eventually affect your health. And I know you won't like your health to be hampered. I know you won't like your health to be destroyed. I know you still want to enjoy life. I know you still want to attend parties. I know you still want to do great in life. So don't let issue of poor ventilation cut your life short. It is a menace. It is something you need to stay away from. It is something you need to avoid. It is something you need to run away from as fast as possible. So these are the things you begin to see. Discoloration on your floors. You begin to observe that your floors are getting decolored. Something is happening to your floor. The color is changing. Even the color of your paint will be looking as if something is wrong, something is retarding those tops, and they are not looking as they ought to be. Constant moisture on the surface, sweating windows, heat buildup, strong odors are the signs you begin to see as as signs and symptoms you begin to have on your building and around your health. There, if you begin to see on your health, these are just things you need to see around you for you to know that you are suffering from poor ventilation. Poor ventilation is having high grip on your health already. So these are the things you need to look out for. It is not until when you invite someone that will come and do that for you. It is something you can actually do by yourself. So poor ventilation is something you need to take away from your life. It is something you need to cut out so that you'll be able to enjoy quality life and good health too. So poor ventilation, like I told us, is not good. It's not something you should play with. It is something you should run away from as fast as possible. My brethren and my friends, brothers, sisters, friends, colleagues, and even partners that are in the city of Lagos, I bring good tidings to you. Get out of anything that will limit your life. It is rampant in Lagos. They are caused by overcrowding and a lot. But let me begin to tell you some of the things that used to cause all these menances. First of all, okay, let us even round up with the effects of poor ventilation so that you'll be able to know the effects of poor ventilation on your health. We have mentioned those on your building, that of the building, that of your environment. We have mentioned that already. But let me tell you what the stake or the effect that is going to have on your health as a precious human being that you are. Your building cannot be as much precious as your soul, as your health. So you have to look out for this. Effect of poor ventilation on your health. First thing is that you will be short of oxygen, low oxygen level. That is what you'll be experiencing. And when a man is deficient of oxygen, he is saying, Odigba, is about going. That is the issue. That is one of the things you need to take note of. If you are short of oxygen, if anybody is needing oxygen, they know that he is at a critical health condition. When they tell people, this man is in the hospital, is taking oxygen, people will begin to know that it's more serious and they begin to pray. So if you are short of oxygen, you yourself, apart from that you need to take positive actions so that you won't just tamper or hamper your health unnecessarily. So you'll be having poor sleep. If someone is living inside it, how will he sleep? It is just as if you have mosquito as your partner inside. It won't allow you to sleep. So poor ventilation as well will be denying your sleep, and if you don't sleep at home, you can't cheat nature. So it means you'll be getting to work to sleep, and if your employer sees that, he will give you a query. And when query begins to build up on query, you are going to be fired. I don't want you to lose your job. That is why I'm here this evening. I don't want you to lose your health. That is why I'm telling you this. Nobody will tell you. So I'm telling you today so that you could be able to take positive steps as regards your health, so that we'll live long, we'll meet at parties, we shake and we throw a big hug that your information saved my life. That is what I'm expecting. That is what I want to see. Those are the feedbacks I want to have. So do this on time so that it will not become a sorry case. It will not become, oh God, what have I done to myself? So let us continue. Some of the effects you're going to see on your health is sore throat. You're going to have sore throat. Sore throat at times that will begin to be that can be excruciating, and you don't need to even wait for it to be excruciating. You just have to look out for it. Anything you see that resembles or look like or appears that you are denied of ventilation, even if it costs you to pack out of that apartment, it is more precious. Your health is more precious than that apartment. Your health is more precious than money. Why is it they used to say a soul of a man is worth more than billions? Can you even tell me how much you can pay to qualify or to quantify your soul? So it's important for you to note this and to take relevant steps. You're going to be having dry skin as a result of poor ventilation. Your skin is going to be dry. It's not going to be fresh. You'll be looking rough. You'll be looking beggarly, as if you are begging for bread. And I know you want to look fresh. You want to look nice. You want to attract a lot of people. You want to be able to prove a point that you are living fine. But poor ventilation will not allow your skin to be smooth. It will make it dry. And when you have dry skin, you're going to have skin rashes. You're going to have a lot of stuffs. You may be exposed to skin infections. So one of the things you begin to see is that your eyes will be bringing out watery and itchy eye. If you are that person that used to scratch your eyes too much, poor ventilation is looming, is around you. Watch out for it. Those are the things you need to note. Shortness of breath. If someone is breathing, holding his neck, and is doing somehow, is short of breath, something is going gradually. Ó ti ń kọ ó dìgbà ó dàbọ̀ k'Ọlọ́run finish it. So if you are short of breath, something is wrong. You have to look out for the necessary solutions you need to implore, so that you won't sing they won't sing Godi Gauda but for you. I know you still want to enjoy life, you still want to go to Domino Pizza, you still want to club, you still want to do a lot of things. So it is better you take note of these things early, so that I don't take out of away your life prematurely. You'll be dizzy at all times. So at the things that will be happening to you, dizziness, you'll be dizzy, you'll be experiencing dizziness, you'll not be enjoying yourself, you'll be feeling weak because air is not flowing. And when air is not flowing, you are not enjoying your health, you are killing yourself. Maybe I should tell you on a serious note now. It is something you need to pay attention to. Poor ventilation is a menace. It is not a joker. It is a slow poisoner. It's a terminator. It's a bad killer, and it kills gradually. So you have to watch out for this, so that you'll be able to enjoy your life. Complications. You begin to have complications that will result to respiratory infections, development of asthma, and other lung diseases. These are the things you need to look out for. You are too precious for you to just let your life go out of your body just like that. Poor ventilation is a menace. Those are the things you need to know. You need to know if you are sweating too much, if you are feeling it too much, if you are feeling choked, you are experiencing this already. It is because you have maintained a bad habit. These are the things you need to note. These are the things you need to know. These are the things you need to pay attention to, so that you'll be able to live well. So these are the effects of poor ventilation on your health. People like that used to suffocate and collapse. People like that are exposed to frequent fainting. They faint regularly because they are deprived of air. They are not having quality air. So when you are devoid of air, you'll be gasping for breath. It is just as if you are putting a fish outside the water body and it comes on the dry land. It's going to be gasping. It's going to be fighting for air. So your nature is to have quality air. If you are not having air as expected as well, you're struggling for breath too as a human being. And you don't need to live that way so that you won't kill yourself too early. Your parents need to enjoy you. Your wife needs to enjoy you. Your friends need to still enjoy you. Don't kill yourself because of poor ventilation. So what are the things you need to know? What are the things you need to do to improve quality ventilation? Let us talk about the causes. What are the things that cause poor ventilations? What are the issues you need to look out for? What are the things you need to know so that you go and take them away if those are the things you need to do? One of the main cause, the major cause, the king of the cause, like the ruler of the empire of the cause of poor ventilation, is poor floor plan, poor design. If you are that person that likes giving your house to Baba Billy Draftman to design for you, those are the feedback you get. If you don't give your projects to building professionals, not the so-called ones, the ones that are building professionals, not Draftman, not Baba Billy the bricklayer, it is people that are professional, that knows their onions well, that understand what functionality means, that understand what aesthetics mean, that understand what stability means, that understand forms mean. Baba really don't understand all these things we are saying. So that is why you need to give your building plans, your building project to professionals, because most of the time it is penny wise, pound foolish that we used to engage ourselves into. You are trying to save money and you are trying to kill yourself. You are saving money to kill yourself. Is that reasonable? You to think about it. So give yourself your projects to people that are professionals, so that they'll be able to handle those projects for you. Inadequate window size. Some people are are so much, they are so funny, and they are micey, they are misers, let us put it that way, miser, stingy, and all in the name of accounting, all in the name of it's not that I hate accountants or the likes, but there are some things that are too precious for you to be miserly on, to be stingy on. Let me just put it that way. You can't just be, they will tell you because of okay, or guy engineer, or Baba Billy, your Baba Billy that is your bricklayer, your so-called professional. You tell him, Baba Billy, I don't have too much money. And because I don't have too much money, I think let us reduce the size of this window. It may even be Baba Billy that will give you that advice. That let us reduce the size of this window. It is too much, it is too big. And provide people like that, they used to have people, because God loves a lot of people. They will see people that will even tell them, this thing you are doing, it is going to be dangerous. They will tell, what did he know? What concern him? What did he know? Let him be wasting other people's money, not your own money, Oga. And at the long run, Oga will not be able to sleep at all. Oga will be rushing children to hospital because of poor ventilation. So for the sake, even if you want to kill yourself, don't kill your children. So we have to tell ourselves all this blunt truth. Poor ventilation is bad. It is something you need to stay away from. It is something you need to avoid as a poison. Just like you avoid gamma 20, avoid poor ventilation too. It is a slow killer. It is something that will be killing you gradually that you may not even know is killing you. All of a sudden, they just say it collapsed and that's the end. I know you won't collapse. That is why this information is coming to you to take action. So inadequate window size. People just think they just need to do anything as they like. So they will reduce the size of the window. Where they're supposed to have two, they will change it to one because they are good economists. Recession has caught up with them and they need to kill themselves. That is just the simple meaning. So they are good economists and they need to what? To kill themselves, not me. So if you are that type of person, you have to listen and listen good. Find everything possible to increase those window size. Increase their numbers if that is what you need to do. The size of a window, the number of windows you have needs to be proportional to the size of your space. I can't be the one to be telling you here your room. You are the one that need to look at, or better still, tell me the size of your window. Reach out to me on the mail. Send your message send your mail to architectureinfluencer@gmail.com. I will respond to you as fast as possible. If the size of your room, tell me the size of your room. I will tell you the numbers of windows you should have there and the size that is appropriate for those space. So those are the things that we need to do for ourselves. Because of your life, your own life is precious to me. I will do that for you happily and joyfully so that we'll be able to see ourselves rejoice in the future and throw a big hug. So the size of a window has great effect on your well-being too. The height and stuff like that. Another thing is wrong choice of window types and design. My friend is you know that my friend in Ikoyi, those are the things some of them used to say. Baba Michael, go and Ikoyi, my friend in Ikoyi, Daddy Michael, and that is house. He will take Baba Billy there to go and look at it. It is this window, yes, this window. It is the one that I want. The window that is not efficient for your building type and design. At times, I look at people that they just do things irrationally, all in the name of aesthetics, all in the name of saving money, all in the name of stubbornness. It's just stubbornness. Because, and sorry to say, because they are illiterate of some things. You can't, because you are deficient of information, it means you are deformed too. So as a result of you lacking that information, and they say in the court of law, ignorance is not an excuse. So likewise is your health too. If you are eating something bad that you don't know, it's not going to tell you, the stomach will not tell you that you don't know. It will do the necessary justice to you. Same as poor ventilation too. Same as the issue of poor ventilation. So some people will just see something somewhere and just think they can adapt and adopt it into whatsoever they like. There are some windows that will give you 75% here. There are some that will give you 50%. There are some that will give you more than 75%. So if you don't know all these things, you are going to kill yourself at the long run. All in the name of beauty, all in the name of saving costs, all in the name of copycats. They said they can never be first, they will always be second. They can never be first, they are always in the last. So why must you be a copycat? So it is not everything you see in other people's building that functional in your own building. I've seen people, clients, very funny beings. They just see this, they don't have plans. It's just like when you don't even have a building plan, it is just as if your life don't have plan too. You are just building this, you see this one here, you put it. You see this one here, at the long run, it does not even have any meaning again. So you don't have to continue to do that. Find windows that will be useful. Let me help you today. Casement window will give you over 75% of air. If you are using sliding window, be ready to have 50% of air. That is certain. Sliding window will give you 50% of air. That is what it will give you. It won't give you up to 75. It can never even give you up to 75. So why will you want to have a window that will not give you 75% efficiency? If you have a staff in your office, or you have a machine that is not giving you at least 75% efficiency, is it still good? So that is what you need to look out for. Overcrowding, these are the causes of poor ventilation. People have turned their house into military barracks. They have turned it into a barracks. Everybody can sleep there and they will be breathing and that place will be smelling like hell. You have to stop those things. It is disturbing your health. It is killing you gradually. If people are overcrowded in a space and someone is coming freshly into that place, observe the smell. You see it's not healthy. Apart from issue of poor ventilation, there are diseases that you spread in such places fast. So inadequate setback among structures too. These are issues that are causing pollution. Inadequate setback. It does not need to be a building to a building. Even your fence as well is a structure on its own. And if you don't have good space between your fence and your building, how do you want air to flow? Those are the things you need to look out for. So, Oga Manager, I was at a client's building and he was telling me he wants to have this structure, he wants to have this structure, he wants to have this also, he wants to have this as well. On a land that is not up to 2 plots, on the max 2 plots of land. And he concluded that statement with something. He said, so that if people are passing by or people see me, they will say, this man is wise, he used his land very well. That is foolishness. When you use the whole land, the other person uses his whole land, where is the space for ventilation going to come? So if you have poor setback, air is not going to flow between your building. Another thing that people used to do is that they used to mount the wall of Jericho. You know that wall of Jericho that the children of Israel need to implore God to help them to break. It is not bomb they were looking for. Wall of Jericho, tall and mighty. So that is the type of fence some people have. When you have fence that have covered your window, that how do you expect air to even flow there? Those are the things you need to look out for. Air cannot flow in a place that you have a mighty wall of Jericho as your fence. So those are the things you need to observe and look out for. You need to take and reduce those fences. You need to reduce it. It has architectural standard. That is why you need to follow all these laws. Professional knows them already. It is because you want to act smart and you are acting foolishly. That is why all these things are happening. So follow these architectural standards. Reduce the size. On the side, your fences should not be more than, it should be between the range of 1.8 meters. At the back, some will be mounting Jericho walls, fence as high as the headroom of a building. That is not wise. That is bad. Even for your safety. If something is happening, how will people know? How will people rescue you? Or you think they will have to climb that wall of Jericho as well before they come and rescue you? All those places and the space are not well arranged. You're going to be having issues. So you have to arrange those spaces so that air will be able to flow. around your building, inside the building. You have this one, you put this one, you put this one, you put why now? Is your house a garage or market that you must put everything in one space? How will air flow? That is why you'll be generating heat if you have too much load. And I'm talking to the ladies now, the women. They are the ones that are used to like this one is useful. Let us keep this one. This one is useful. Don't throw this one away. That is their fight. So you can't enjoy fresh air in spaces like that. Another thing people used to do is that they don't make use of their window because they believe that their enemy will come and spray powder through the window. How will you even be thinking about that in the first instance? Who is the one chasing you that you don't have open your window? You have window, you won't open it. That is unhealthy. The first culture you need to have whenever you enter into a space, especially a space that has been locked, if the first thing you need to do if it's in the night time is to on your bulb, switch on the light. The next thing is to open the window so that all the offensive odors that have built up, all the gases, chemicals, and some of the things you have as a result of paint and the like will be able to move away. Those are the things you need to take away first. So you have to get that out so that you can enjoy good health. Not making efficient use of the window, it is bad. Open the windows immediately you get to you enter your space. Some of the things people used to do is they use impermeable material. How will you be having a curtain underlay as thick as anything when your life is not for war? Are you preparing for war? So you have to ensure that all these underlays, they are as succulent as anything. Air can pass through them and you'll be able to have fresh air. So every object around you that you know that is impermeable, you don't have space, you don't have I can see that Archimedes on the move. Thank you very much. So we are actually talking about such stuffs. So use of impermeable material, anything that you observe that my air is not moving around them, it can't allow air to pass through them. You have to get rid of those things. Throw them outside as fast as possible. Throw them away as if you don't even know them. Just like something you don't need, throw it away fast as possible. So let us talk about the solutions. If you still think you need to reach out to me, you can reach out to me through architectureinfluencer@gmail.com. I'll respond to your mail. I check my mails frequently, and I will be happy to respond to you to show you other ways you can use to get rid of all these menances. So poor ventilation is not good and it has to be abstained from. So what are the things you need to do for you to be able to enjoy good health? One of the things is to introduce relevant and necessary windows into your design. How do you introduce them? I've told you the type of windows that could give you 75% air. Louver window, though some of you will call it outdated, but there are modern trends of louver that you can use that will be fantastic for your designs. So it will give you between 90% aeration, 90%, even we can say 95%, because air will flow into your space unhindered. So increase your window height, increase the window size where necessary, change the window type to efficient windows. One of the things you need to do after entering a space, open the window. Entering a space immediately, open the window, let fresh air enter, let the negative and the heat build up, get out. Because you can't be taking in carbon dioxide. This reminds me, you need to also plant soft landscape element or introduce soft landscape around your building. And why are you doing this? Soft landscape means introduction of green materials, of greens, plants, trees, flowers around your building, so that it will optimize ventilation as well. plants, if you are good in secondary school and if you used to listen very well, your teacher must have told you that plant gives oxygen, human breathe carbon dioxide. So plants give oxygen to take carbon dioxide. So you'll be doing a lot of ventilation transaction around your building. So it's going to be, plants are going to be giving you enough air. You're going to be ejecting carbon dioxide to them. So in such condition, you have good air flowing around your space. So, and like I define ventilation to you as the introduction of, like, intentional introduction of outdoor air into your space. So if you don't have air around your building, it can't come inside. It's the quality amount of air you have around your building you can trap inside. So introduce soft landscape around your building so that you have good air to take into your building. So use remove every clutter space you have around you. Take away all the dirty, all the debris, all the unnecessaries, all the debris, all the, what will I even call them? All these eru tankers, what do they call them? Take them out of your space so that you'll be able to enjoy. They call some people eru tankers because they carry every load. They carry everything as possible. They just say this one is useful, this one is useful, this one is useful, and they jam pack the space. How will you enjoy it? So if you are that type of person, go and change. Reduce the load, reduce the things you have around you that are limiting air. So another thing you need to do is to also introduce sub doors. Use net doors as sub doors. Those are the things you need to know. Introduce net doors as your sub door. So when you have a sub door, instead of you using that thick layer, because of the environment, you are Mr. Careful, you want to be conscious of your security, you have gone to buy strong turkey door. Air cannot penetrate turkey door, bullet cannot penetrate it. So, and it's those type of door, mighty doors that you have on the way too. So you need to have net doors as sub doors so that air will be able to flow when you are there, so that air will enter those buildings, especially in your kitchen regions. You can't be cooking, frying palm oil, frying vegetable, frying plantain, and all these things will be taking a lot, making the place smoky. So those are the strategies and tactics you can use to reduce smell, smoke, and everything around your building. So open the window when you enter your space. Ensure that you introduce good windows, increase the size, increase their numbers where necessary, reduce the numbers of space users. If you have a standard room and you have up to 5 living in that place, it's abnormal. So you have to just ensure that you reduce the number of users, make it efficient, make the place good, and maintain the habit of an hygienic person, the habit of an healthy person, so that you can be able to enjoy your life and health. So I will stop it here. The video is getting to around 40 minutes already, and I need to allow you go. I need to allow you to think over what I've just told you. I need to allow you to ruminate on it so that you'll be able to take relevant and positive actions on your health. Don't forget, poor ventilation is a slow poisoner, is a terminator. It kills gradually, and at the long run, one is gone. I don't want them to sing Odig by Odabo for you early. So you just have to listen to all these things. Many other relevant topics will be discussed. The issues of your furniture, how to choose your furniture, the issues of your types. These are the things that have killed a lot of people earlier than expected. I've heard of someone whom his son built an house for, and because of the type of ties he used, the man slummed and died. All these things are not necessary if we have access to quality information. And that is why Architecture Influencer is here for you. That is why we invented Archimedes, and so that you'll be able to have all this information so that you'll not be deformed. Have this information will give you the information necessary on your building. We are here for building related matters. So stay blessed, stay connected, watch this video, watch this channel, subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed, share the video, like, leave positive comment, press that subscribe button. It doesn't bite. Like, it doesn't bite. It won't bite you. Just press it. Just press it. If you have not pressed it before, press the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Why are you doing this? So that if we release any video, like if I'm coming live now, it will ring a bell. It will give you notice there. And I'm not going to come to waste your time. I'm going to be coming to give you relevant information that you need that will save your health. Thank you for watching. I'm Zephaniah Oladeji, the Grand Commander of the Order of Architecture. That is the name I gave myself. It is not a name to brag like I used to say. It is not, like I said, it is not a name to brag. It is just a name to complement the kind of value we are coming to give on this channel. It is just a signature name, the Grand Commando of the Order of Architecture. It is that we are commanding something. We are commanding values of architecture into the life of people. It is not to become the boss. So thank you for watching this channel. Stay blessed. Enjoy yourself. Talk to your friend about it. Share this relevant information, because it is by this information we can have a sane and an healthier society. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, implement all the necessary information you've had access to in this video, and let us make our world a better place. Thank you for watching. Cheers.